Hello and welcome back to Troddy TV. Now this is an intro into what I did yesterday. So yesterday was the start of the Grapple the Glove exhibition series. Now that's basically me playing various players across Andover. Now I've mentioned that in previous videos, you may have already heard this. If you have, I'm sorry, it may sound repetitive, but for those who don't know, this is basically giving you a little bit of an insight to what I've been up to or will be getting up to in the next few weeks. So, basically, I played Jim Smith at the academy. Now, to give you context, Jim Smith is my captain in the Thursday League and over Pool League. Now, the academy is where we played, and that's in Basingstoke, which is just down the road from us. It's got a fantastic pool hall, snooker hall complex, and we chose to play there. It made more sense. So, yesterday I played. Now, I won't tell you how I did. You're just going to have to watch the video to find out how I got on. But what I wanted to show actually was my setup, or the equipment that I'll be using for this exhibition series. Now, this is the first series, and there will be loads of them, one after the other. So I'll be doing 8 to 10 games in the series, and then I'll have a month or two off. Then I'll go back into it again, and I'll then do the same and just keep going on and on and on for years. That's the plan. It's great for exposure for pool. It's good for the local economy, for the venues that I'll be using. It pumps extra cash into them, so a bit of extra revenue. It's good for myself to use this as a learning curve to work out what I can improve on the shot selection, on the way I'm cueing, and various other different aspects of the game. And it's just a good thing overall, you know. So I'm excited about the prospect of where this can go, and it all started yesterday. So yeah, that's the intro. I'm going to show you now my pool equipment, and then I'll go into the video from yesterday. A little bit of a surprise appearance in there from someone as well, so you'll see that shortly. Anyway, let me show the pool equipment. Okay, so that's just a very simple camera phone vlogging kit that I use. So my phone goes in there. I got a bit of a light, microphone that attaches into the bottom of my mobile, which I obviously turn like that. You can hold it by getting rid of the feet, so they kind of go in like that, both sides. But just for the purpose of this video, I've got it freestanding. The light's pretty powerful, like that. See, that's 1, 2, and 3. Now that's gonna probably blind some of you, like me. Don't need it that powerful, but that's pretty good. So when it's there, you get a nice crisper vision and better audio. I'll probably use that to recap some of the matches in the future, but let's move on to what we've got. So I've got my match balls here, and got a bit of ball cleaner as well. That's the brand for the match balls in a nice case. Got myself an extra cue ball, you never know when you're going to need that. Scoreboard, obviously very important. Show the viewers what the score is. I mean, it's pretty simple. And a tripod, which is obviously what I use. I basically click those up all the way. It goes to about 4.5 foot ish, and then I just click the phone on, turn it around. Then I put that at the other end of the table. The 2 brushes, because you never know the condition of the table you're going to get on to, so I give it a just quick brush down. I have a pool line as well, but that's not mine. This part of my team, so I borrow that when necessary. For the cue, my cue does, like anyone else's, get a little bit sticky from time to time, and a little bit sweaty, so that helps. My own triangle. It's not the greatest triangle in the world, but it does the job, because some of them for these match balls here, they don't fit in a conventional triangle that well, so they fit in here a bit tighter. I'll put that to one side. I've got my own personal chalk, my own personal sort of Tayum chalk. That's quite expensive. They normally cost around 15 quid each, give or take, £15. But it's my preference, so I like to use it. Sticking with Tayum, that's the pool glove that I use. Recently purchased that. I do use another brand as well, but that's something I'm getting used to, as it's got a bit of grip on there as well there. My cat's making an appearance. Hey, get down. Curious cat. Oh, 2 cues. Alright, so it's going to be a bit interesting. I might actually use the tripod for this, which I will, so I'll cut to that. So, the first cue, I'll show you the brake cue, because that's the newest one. It's basically an American style pull cue. So it's got a much bigger tip. Unscrew it there, like that, such as that. Now I got given this yesterday by my dad. It's a cue that he started using. It's a lot heavier at the back, so I can get a bit more power going through. And the tip is a lot bigger than the conventional. I don't know the size of the tip, but it's a lot bigger than the tip that I use my every shot cue, my standard cue, if you like. I don't know what you would call that, regular cue. So that way I hit the ball a bit more full on with that. My case, I don't need to have these. It's a one piece, so I can just put it in. It's quite a big case. And my regular cue, which is a Ronnie O'Sullivan Heritage cue. This one here. Got a couple of weights on there as well, because again that helps me with a bit of control at the back, at the bolt. As you can see on the tip, much smaller than the other cue. I recently re-tipped that myself for the first time. That was a sketchy moment. Thought that was going to go wrong. Right, in the case down here, which I've got other stuff, so I'll pan this back so you can see down there. There's different things inside there. It's what I pretty much carry around. Sometimes I put live and local pull streaming on here and I'll put it up, but I don't always do that. It all depends on what the area is. Spare triangle, you know, never know when you're going to need it. Extension cables, very important, especially for charging my camera phone, because it could be a long game. Spare glove, let's say you never know when you're going to need it. Sometimes wear that, put the chalk in here, clip that onto myself. Got an extra brush. This cleans my cue, put a couple of bits of that on there. Another brush as well, another little cheap tripod, and pretty much it, I'd say. Yeah, pretty straightforward. All in all, yeah, that's basically what I use. I'm an amateur streamer, not a professional streamer, don't use a laptop. Will be in the future. I'll be ramping it up, so I've got proper tripod, multiple cameras, laptop wire, proper mics, so you can have commentary. This is all going to be something that's just going to happen over a period of time. It's not going to happen straight away. But for what I've got in a moment, it does well. The only issue I face every time I stream is the music copyright infringement. That's a constant issue, but I'm able to get over that hurdle by just monitoring the stream and just keep re-uploading and doing whatever I need to do to get through that. But yeah, so this is what I'll be using for the remainder of this series. I have 7 more games. I have a game today, which you'll hear again later about in this vlog. So yeah, wanted to give you a rundown of what I'll be using, and I suppose into the vlog we go. All right, enjoy.
About the Trolley TV, ex-England player John Herring has a message for us all, for me, for Jim, for all you viewers out there. What's your message?
Yeah, looking forward to the game. It should be like 2 decent players. I think the Springboks should be quite decent and the Lions will be good. Oh no, wait a minute, this is about the full match, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, sorry, no, bad, sorry, I was talking about the rugby. Sorry, bye.
And that's it, cut.
right, the lighting comes back.
Dun 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 dun. Lee, do you want to be on the Troddy TV? You don't want to be on it? Okay. Right, so what do you got to say, Jim? We just played our first Grapple the Glove exhibition series, ended 15-7. I know my feelings, but I want to hear yours.
Quite close in the early frames, he was hanging on, I could have pulled ahead quite a bit. Middle frames, he probably had the run of the ball a bit more than I did, but yeah, he got lucky in one frame that was fucking hurt, but yeah, he deserved the win in the end.
Thanks, man.
Should have been a bit closer, I reckon. But
and yeah, I'll tell you my thoughts. Here, get the camera and I'll tell you my thoughts on that one. So,
I've stopped it. No, I haven't. I have now. No, I haven't.
Oh, he's got me twice.
No, keep going.
Right, so the Grapple the Glove Exhibition Series 1, for those who don't know what that's about, it's about promoting pool, playing pool, and getting people involved in the game, especially in Andover, right? We have Premier League Division 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe even 5. He does play in the Andover Pool League, that's Mr. Lee Burgess for Troddy TV. We have players around at the back, we've got John Harris there, we've got Cole Tiffany in the building, we have multiple people who play. Now, the issue is, we have enough people coming through. So this is to encourage people to pick up a cue and get involved. Everyone to play pool, get involved. COVID's coming down now, we believe. Pool's starting to come back up again, we hope. So, alright, and that's it. Absolutely shattered. End result 15-7 to myself. Grapple the Glove Exhibition Series, Game 1 against my captain Jim Smith. A couple of people in attendance who watched. Many people on the live stream who watched as well. It was a bit of a laugh, the build up into it, asking about what the score predictions will be, and people favouring Jim, a few people saying I was going to win, but I didn't really take much notice of it, a bit of a laugh, but I felt really quietly confident going into the game, not because I feel like I'm a much better player than Jim, because Jim's very capable of winning frame after frame after frame, and he actually showed that in the exhibition game itself. He delivered some cracking pool. Now, I'm not trying to set you all like an illusion that we're really great pool players, because we're not. What we are is just people who love to play pool. We're not pros, we're not even semi-pros, we're just amateur players, but we give it everything we got, you know. And having that support, I appreciate it so much. I'm very humble. I love playing, and I hope that this helps influence other people to want to be a part of these series again into the future, when I redo the second, the third, the fourth, and so forth. There are going to be multiple series throughout the next few years for sure. This is the very start of what will hopefully be an incredible journey. It helps me personally to improve. I enjoy playing pool anyway, so regardless, this is a good stepping stone for me. But yeah, live stream's going to be kicking on with this, and I hope you all enjoy the roller coaster that this Grapple the Glove Exhibition Series provide. Until then, oh yeah, game tomorrow against Lee Seffron. I don't know if this will be out in time for that game. If it is, then and you see it, you're welcome to come down and watch. The Merlin in Andover, if you're about in the local area. 5 PM start, world rules, race to 15 frames. He's a good player, lots of banter aside, but he's a very good player. I know on paper I'm the underdog, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to give it absolutely everything I got. I feel very confident in my game, and I'll try to turn a few heads, and hopefully we entertain the crowd, and see many of you down there. Right, anyway, until then, thanks again, Jim. Thanks for support, everyone. Grapple the Club, Trolley TV, out.